Well, hello everybody. How we doing? Long time no see, as it were. Um, Appreciate for everybody's nice comments and people messaging asking if I'm okay. Yes, I'm okay. Everything's fine. For those that you don't know, I've been a bit busy the last sort of 4 or 5 months because I've been studying for a degree and some extra qualifications for work. And yeah, it's kind of taken well most weekends and most Saturdays and stuff doing revising and coursework and blah de blah de blah and all the crap that's in comes with it. So yeah, and I just haven't had the time to do any filming and stuff when I've had to do stuff on the cars. It's just I needed to get it done straight away because yeah, I just haven't had the chance. So yeah, I can only apologise for that. But yeah, normal videos will be resuming soon. Um, yeah, we've got a few projects and stuff on coming up, which is going to be good. I've also had a new kitchen fitted at home, and hence all the stuff and all the worktops and stuff going on in here. So everywhere's just been really, really upside down the last, well, pretty much since February. So you know, the kitchen's about 80% finished. So we're all good. So I thought I'd bring you along and give you a bit of a fleet update and. You know, some of you might notice the car that's in front of the Granada there. We'll have a good look around that in a minute because it's here for a couple of weeks for some quite major repairs. And so this weekend I've just spent doing a few jobs on those. But anyway, here's the Granada that you all know and love. And yeah, it had its MOT on Friday. Passed with flying colours, no problem. And yeah, it's already done a couple of shows this year. And there's plenty more lined up for it. The 166 is actually in storage at the minute because, I say, the Granada's out. Yeah, the 166 has been doing absolutely fine. It's not far off wanting a clutch because the flywheel's rattling a little bit, but I'm just going to persevere with that for the time being because they're quite expensive. And that will be a job that I'll farm out because I simply haven't got the time. Now then, most of you will recognise this because it's my best mate Joseph's car, and it's here for some work. We've got quite a host of jobs to be doing on this, to be fair. The chief among which is it's had quite an annoying ABS fault for Joseph, and yeah, it's been on the car for quite a while, and I've actually finally tracked it down as to what it is this morning, and I'll take you underneath in a minute to show you. But one of the other jobs as well, common to all 445s, it needed some welding doing on the front jacking points, particularly with cars that have a sunroof like this. The sunroof drains down both A posts down there and into the sills, and because this is a posh one, it's got the extra sill clips on it, the plastic sill clips, and they fill up with debris and old leaves and all that kind of stuff, and don't drain out properly and end up rusting the floors. So yeah, so I've done quite a bit of extensive welding on the passenger side, and I've also treated the car to a complete wax oil and rust proofing treatment underneath, through the sills, through the chassis rails, obviously all the floor pans underneath. It's now looking absolutely stunning. So let's go underneath and have a look. Bring it down under here. Yeah, the car's also had a service as well. We've fitted an ultra high performance sump bung with a magnet because Joseph's actually Ken Block, you know. So yeah, fresh oil filter, but I'll bring you underneath. Everything's all now been power washed, nicely wax oiled, looking particularly shiny. And the area where we've done the welding, or should I say I've done the welding, is here. Chief among which, right there, you can just see the plate that I've put in. And this is just some brushable seam sealer to tidy everywhere up and let it all dry. But what I have gone ahead and done is I've actually cut a small section out of the sill, You should see where that little drilled hole is. Just there, next to the arrow, is where the sun roof drains actually drain out. And I've cut away at this little bit of sill here, basically just to help it drain out so it doesn't actually become in contact with the floor. So in future it won't rust out. The driver's side, meanwhile, it's got the old jacking point lip on it, which you don't really need, nobody uses it, and that sill I've left complete. So this side's absolutely fine. I say this side's now all structurally sound and is looking pretty good. And so I'll get that, because that brushable seam sealer stuff does take quite a while to go off, but I'm deliberately trying to make it look factory. So it's just a bit of quality of work really, because there's nothing worse than, it really peeves me working on cars and MOTing cars and stuff over the years, that when they've had what you class as an MOT weld just basically pressed onto the sill and then blasted on with a load of weld, and it looks absolutely shite. So yeah, I try to do my best when it comes to welding on cars, and I'm a pretty good welder, and yeah, I try to blend it in as much as I can, so I don't think I've done too bad a job with that, and I hope Joseph approves. I'm deliberately going to leave these two rubber bungs out of here as well, because they serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever. And I'll also be injecting this jacking point and box section here with a load of wax, cavity wax, and so I should be removing those two as well. Why they're there, I've no idea, because it's just an area for it to cause rot, and yeah, so they're going to be coming out as well. So yeah, it's all good. Now, another reason is, as well, the ABS has been going absolutely bonkers on this car, and if you have a look here, let me just try and reach around, this is the reluctor ring for the ABS, and there's an ABS sensor on it, and this one's busted. Look at that, hanging off. So we're going to have to get a drive shaft and put a drive shaft in it, or if I can get a separate reluctor ring, try and press a new reluctor ring on. So that's the problem that we've been having. It's also taken the ABS sensor out this side as well. The car's here for some discs and pads as well, because these, you can see the state of the discs and the pads just through there. Were only replaced last year, but they weren't very good quality parts, supplied from a Rover specialist, unbelievably. So yeah, they've lasted just over a year. And the discs of that warp, they might as well be bent at right angles, so they're coming off. So I'm going to get a set of pads for it, because it's only the discs that I've managed to get, so it needs pads and ABS reluctor ring, possibly a drive shaft and an ABS sensor. I might actually fit a pair of ABS sensors, and both of them on the front. So this is the driver's side. Come on camera, focus. And there we go. So yeah, that's what a complete one should look like. Which is fine. And yeah, I've done some interior repairs for Joseph as well. Refitted the headlining, and ooh, a third. So yeah, that's where we are with that. So yeah, work in progress, and I'll do a video when we're doing the brakes, and show you how to change discs and pads on one of these Rovers properly with a fitting kit. As I say, I've done all in the back, loads of wax oiling in the back, arches, washed everything out, sprayed and done a bit of enamel painting on all the backing plates, because the car's worth it in the end. It's a really nice one to keep on the road, with it being a V6 and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's all pretty damn good. Here's the Jeep. Yeah, Josie's come and done a review on it. I've been using it fairly regularly over the last couple of months, and it has proved to be the model of reliability. After its new engine, it's now fully running. It's had a couple of oil changes. Everything seems to be doing just fine. There is a list of jobs that I'm creating for it to be done in my ownership. It's not, like I say, it's not going to be on the fleet short term. This one's actually going to be a keeper, and yeah, it's kind of been the replacement for the Alpha 90, which I still own, which isn't fixed yet, but yeah, this has taken the place of the Alpha 90. I've always had a soft spot for Cherokees, and trying to find a real decent one such as this has proved difficult, and this one became available to some very good close friends of mine that I've looked after this for quite a while, and yeah, it's looking good. And the only area of rust which I'm going to get sorted on, I'm probably going to have the whole side of the car painted because I've got some pinstripes and that for it, is here. I've never known one rust there before, don't know why, but the rest of the car is pretty good. Two things that need replacing on the Jeep. Firstly, I'm going to be replacing the shocks because I've just loosely painted those. This car's got a tow package on it, so it's got the extra thick leaf springs on it, and the rear end is actually quite firm. In fact, it's ridiculously firm, and it's only smooths out when you chuck a load of crap in the boot or it's got a full tank. So I'm going to be sourcing some standard shocks for it to get rid of these fat toe shocks, and try and smooth the rear end out a little bit. And also, she's going to be needing a diffie, because the pinion bearing's quite noisy, to be expected because it has done 170,000 miles, so that's on the to-do list. But other than that, it's been to a couple of shows, and I'm using it as often as I can. It's costing an absolute fortune, and the car's earned its name Oliver Reed because geez does it like a drink. And possibly next year I'm going to be sorting out some tyres for it, and I will be fitting these original ones back on it again, and cause purely I think they look cool, and I do like white writing on particularly American vehicles, so that's got to go. So that's what pretty much up to date as to where we are, and yes, thanks so much everybody, and more videos coming soon. Take care.